Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanie and I blog over at simplelivingmama.com, and today I'm really excited because I am going to be sharing my elementary curriculum choices with you guys. So I have a second grader and a fourth grader. I have already shared our family group curriculum choices, which really make up the bulk of our homeschool. But today I wanted to talk about the individual subjects, the language arts, the math, and any of the extra things that my kids are interested in. So I'm going to start with my fourth grader, and I'm going to start with language arts. And you may know that we have been using The Good and the Beautiful. I started off using The Good and the Beautiful level 2 with him sometime last spring, probably around March. So we are still finishing up that level 2, and it has just been so wonderful for our homeschool. His attitude towards spelling and reading has changed tremendously because of this curriculum. So that is what all of my kids are going to be using for language arts this year. So once he finishes up level 2, he will begin level 3, and this is the level 3 course book. And of course, I love The Good and the Beautiful for all the things that they include. Literature, grammar and usage, punctuation, art, geography, spelling, vocabulary, and writing. All of that is included in this one curriculum. So there's that. Level 3 comes with the course companion. This is where we find the spelling words, the keys to the geography that he's going to be studying and learning, as well as poems for memorization and a nice glossary. He is also going to be working on challenging words, so he's going to be working on memorizing these. And then for his reading, level 3 comes with 2 nice thick readers. They're called Favorite Classics Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now I will say this, my son has not been terribly interested in all of the stories from his level 2 reader, but he is still reading them, and I think he will probably be interested in some of these stories, like Bobby of Cloverfield Farm, and there's just all kinds of different stories in here for him to read on that level. He does get the opportunity to choose books from the library on his own. I do have to approve them, but it can be whatever he's interested in. And if we do end up getting through this in both of these volumes, I will choose books for him from the Good and the Beautiful book list. For handwriting, which he says is his favorite subject, we are using the Good and the Beautiful again. What I did with this was I purchased the PDF. So I do not have a handwriting course book. I purchased the PDF, and then I just print off about 5 or 6 sheets each week, and I stick them in a folder for my kids. And my kids know to do 1 sheet a day, and it's been going really well that way. We did invest in a laser printer a few years ago because I do print so much curriculum, and I design curriculum myself, so that has been really nice for us. So it was a few $100s up front, and I can get toner for like 90 bucks, and I can print curriculum. And then I can also use the same PDFs for my younger children. So with his handwriting, he is doing level 5. So he is doing cursive and manuscript. And what I like about the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting is it's not just writing. They also have the opportunity to draw. And he doesn't like to color, but if your kid likes to color, there are pictures to color as well. He'll do the drawings, he's not into the coloring, and I don't push it, that's fine. His other interests, he is a very tech-savvy kid. He has already said that he wants to grow up and work for Apple. So he has been learning coding, and I don't know if I showed this last year or not. This is one book that he uses to practice coding on the computer with a program called Scratch. This is from Usborne. I have another Usborne book for him that's all about how computers work, and he just likes to do stuff like that. So he uses snap circuits as something else that he plays with. He does like Legos, and he will use those as well. And then we have homeschool classes at the library. I'm not sure if they're offering tech classes this year. I know they did over the summer, and he took those. If they are offering them this school year, we'll check into that. If not, we'll just participate in whatever they are offering for homeschoolers. The local library here has a wonderful program, and they offer a lot of stuff for the kids here. And he also does Scouts, and we are considering doing Awana again this year because the kids really enjoy it. So that is what my 4th grader is going to be doing. And now I will talk about my 2nd grader. So my 2nd grader is a girl, and she makes an appearance in several of my videos. So she's got all of her stuff in a pack here. She is doing the Good and the Beautiful this year as well, and she is working on level 1. She's already started it, and we've been really loving level 1. Her reading is past level 1, but her grammar and her spelling and all of that was not, so that's why I chose to go ahead and just put her in level 1, and she can read ahead if she wants. The readers, it came with several mini books. So these are some examples of the mini books. This stuff is no problem for her. She can read fantastically, but she enjoys most of the stories. So there's several of them, and we read them when they say. A lot of times the lessons will say, okay, have your child read this particular mini book 3 different times on 3 different days. I don't necessarily have her do it 3 different times because she doesn't want to, and I know she can handle it. Level 1 also came with a reader, so she has been reading this one. And yeah, that is what she has been up to as far as language arts goes. She has started writing her stories and all of that stuff. I totally forgot to talk about math for my 4th grader, didn't I? I can't believe that. That's because I don't have it sitting here. For math this year, for my 4th grader, I'm backtracking a little bit. He is doing teaching textbooks on the computer. We switched to teaching textbooks after I was finding that there was just so much frustration with me sitting down and trying to teach him and have him do a worksheet. It was not going well at all. And I had been contemplating teaching textbooks, and then I found out about their 3.0 version, which is like you pay so much money and you get 12 months of one of the levels, and then they can just go online and take the class. So that is what he's doing, and it is working out very well for him. He would rather do his work on the computer, and if he needs help, I am still there to help him. When he is doing math, we still use actual money, actual coins, so it has been a good change for him. Now for my 2nd grader, I am still using Math Mammoth with her. She has told me right now, as it is right now, she does not want to switch to something else. She likes to sit and do math with me, although she does complain about math quite a bit. But she started level 1 last year, and we're still working our way through level 1 of Math Mammoth. Math Mammoth is a very in-depth program, I feel, and I feel like it's actually ahead a little bit. So I don't have any issues with my 2nd grader being in grade 1 of Math Mammoth. I think she's still learning everything just fine. So that is what she is working on, and that is another PDF that I purchased. So I own level 1 and level 2 of Math Mammoth, and I can just print those out and use those for future kids as well. Okay, her handwriting is the Good and Beautiful as well. She is doing the Good and Beautiful's handwriting level 3, and this level is where cursive is introduced. She has not started cursive yet, but she's working on it. She enjoys the coloring, so she does do the coloring. Like I said, my son does not, so he doesn't, and I don't make him. It's one of the good things about homeschool. I don't have to force them to do something they don't want to do unless it's math. But other than that, it's going pretty well. I do the same thing with her. I print out so many sheets for the week, and then she does have some drawing stuff she can do too. So that is what we are doing for handwriting. And my daughter is a very artistically inclined child, so she enjoys doing artwork. She does all kinds of stuff on her own, and I've also started her in embroidery. We're slow going with it, but both her and I are learning how to hand embroider, and that's been a lot of fun. She is really into Little House on the Prairie right now, so I bought her these Little House on the Prairie paper dolls. If you follow me on Instagram, I have posted about these before, and I did a little picture Insta story of her playing with these, and I might, if there's any interest, I might do a little bit more in depth with how these work. But she loves playing with those dolls, and then her and I have been reading the books together, usually before she goes to bed. My sons are not as interested in it, so it's really just been kind of a mom and me thing for her and I. So that is it for the individual subjects for my 2nd grader and my 4th grader. I will be showing you guys the individual subjects for my kindergartner coming up pretty soon, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. If you like homeschooling videos, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I would love to have you, and I will talk to you later.